Hi ladies. Let me make sure this is good lighting. Okay. So, you got your kit and I have something on my finger. And then you got your templates, alright? So, sorry, I spilled something on my templates or on my finger, I don't know. So you got your templates. So you want to cut out the number 1 templates first, okay? So, or well, you can just pretty much, yeah, just cut out your number 1 templates first. And let me show you here. So I got, seriously, I'm not having luck here. Okay, so I got my number 1 templates. These are number 4, number 2 and 3. I don't need that. Number 5, 4, 7, 4, 5. There's number 1, 2, 2. Okay. 2 and 3. Okay, so I got all my templates cut out, which is pretty much I want to cut out right away. What I want to cut out is I want to cut out my templates for not this sheet. I want to cut out my templates for this one. I want A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, and then I don't need that one yet either. I want to cut out this page, which is, yeah, exactly. So I want to cut out my templates for these 3 pages. This page, and this page, okay? And this mark right here is just a folding mark. So once I have these templates cut out, which I have them cut out and I have them sorted, okay? So I got those templates cut out. And what I'm going to do is take my file folder, and that's going to be put to the side right now. So for your number 1 envelope, it looks kind of like this, but it's a little bit longer. And I showed that in the last video. I didn't have any more of those envelopes, so I'm having to use a different envelope, okay? And it's scored. Sorry, my nails are all icky. So anyways, your templates though, so and also like all of your envelopes, they're marked where the template will go, okay? So A1, it should say under this A1, and that's your number 1 template, or your number 1 envelope. This is number 2, this is number 3, and then we got, this is number 4, is pretty much 2 envelopes instead of the same thing, and this is number 5, okay? And that's what we're being covering first. So you can see A1's gonna go on the front of your envelope, okay? B1 is gonna be the piece that slides in to your envelope right like this, okay? So it goes on the inside, all right? And then this is where the difference is going to be. Your tab is actually bigger than my tab. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make my tab bigger and just use the same template, but I'm just gonna put it over the actual tab so it makes it bigger. Which your guys is, you'll see the difference. Your guys' tab, this will match up perfectly. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, so now I know where all my templates are going, and then also E1 is the back side of the envelope. Okay, so now I have that envelope is the first one. In that envelope, I'll kind of show you how these are going to go on here. So the envelopes are going to go like this when you're done covering them in paper. Okay, so you're just going to open the top flap, and okay, this is going to go like this. Okay, and then this one are actually going to fold backwards, and that one's going to go like this. Okay, and then this one right here is also, or wait, B5, A5, B5. Something like that, yeah. So this one's also going to fold backwards, so that's going to go right in there. Okay. And then these two are going to be connected like this. So one's gonna go right here, and then one's gonna go right here, okay? And then they're gonna be able to close and open, and there's gonna be a tuck behind it right here. And there's also gonna have these two tucks and these two tucks, and there's also gonna be a tuck that goes right in here too. So that's how it's gonna look. So you kind of know, you can know what kind of papers you wanna use. And I hope that this is all in frames. So those two are gonna go right there. Then this is gonna close, okay? And then this one is gonna close. And then this one is gonna close. But we're gonna cover, and then the last envelope, which we're decorating right now, this little flap on the edge is gonna also go around the side. Oh, I did this backwards. So for you guys, the flap is actually, I did the flap on the wrong side. So for you, it's gonna go around like that. But for me, or maybe, I don't know. So it's gonna go like that, and it's gonna close. And this is kind of the closure, and you can put a magnet there or whatever you decide to do. So then when you open it, it will be like this, open, and then there'll be that flap there, open, and then you can open it on this side. And then we're gonna have this one, and then these two. Okay, so that's where we're decorating the envelopes first rather than doing anything else. So you can, I recommend using glue, of course. It stays longer, lasts longer, all that fun stuff. But it is up to you if you want to use double-sided tape for it to last longer. And you know, lots of people use double-sided tape and it works fine, so it's really completely up to you. Okay, so I'm again starting with this envelope. And so the paper I decided I wanted to use, and you also want a pencil, is this collection, which is, I kind of wanted to make a shabby chic one since I made the last one vintage. And so I'm using this paper. I don't know, I really like this side, But see, this is like vintage, and it's like, Siri, you're trying to stay away from vintage, but how hard is that for me? Okay, and these are just cutouts, so I don't need those yet. So I'm kind of trying to decide what paper I want to use on here. So I really like this one a lot, and but I don't know what I really love, really love is this paper right here. This is like my favorite. So I think I'm gonna stay with using these two papers right here, which I really like. So and it has the black on the back. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to take my stencils for my number one stencils, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of find out wherever on the piece of paper I want to use it, where I want to cut it out at. And so I mean, I guess I'll just do it right here. Looks good to me. So that's why it's nice to have these templates, because then you don't have to be measuring stuff and everything else. And plus you already got the exact, I'm not in frame. So what I'm doing is I got my template and I'm just drawing around it with my pencil. Oops. So I got the exact size, okay? So, and I'm using a pencil, which is always a good idea. So then what I'm going to do is you can use your paper trimmer, or you can use, you know, your paper trimmer, or you can use just regular scissors. It's completely up to you. So I also think, I don't know if I want the back or inside to be different. Yeah, so I think, so that's going to be the front, and then I'll have this be the back. So that's going to be A1. This is going to be the front. So I'm just lining it up for A1. Do this, which is, and I already know that's going to be where the line is for that. So this is going to be on the front of the envelope, and then I'm figuring the inside is probably going to be the other paper, and then I also need 2 flaps. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my flaps done too. And to use less paper, I just always go on the edges, so that way I am definitely using less paper, so I have more paper for my tags or whatever I want to use. So I'm just doing, doing 1 flap like that. Let's see what the other side of this paper looks like. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. But it doesn't really match with that, so I'll just do 1 flap. I'll just do both flaps. This one design should be fine. So again, I am just putting everything on my straight line, and I'm just drawing around the template so it's easy peasy. Okay. Sorry, my hands are dirty. I should have thought about that. Okay, and so now I'm going to cut out all my templates for my, and then, the last template I have to do is the B one. So again, I'm going to take this back over here. And it's pretty much going to be the same size. It looks like it's a little bit longer. I'm just going to trace it on here. Okay, so now that I got all my templates drawn out, now I'm going to cut them out. Okay, so now that I got all my pieces cut out, how they're supposed to be cut out, I'm going to use Distress ink, which I know this paper is black. I hope that the brown Distress ink will look good with it, but I guess we'll see, because I don't have any black charcoal or whatever Distress ink. So first I'm going to distress all the edges on my envelope. So that's what I am doing, and that's up to you if you want to do that, but I definitely think it looks better when you do that. And I'm also going to distress this edge. And so yeah, I'm just going to go around and distress all my edges on my envelope, and then I'm going to distress all my edges on my paper as well. And then after I do that, then that's when I will lay down the paper where it goes. And as you see, you have the marks, everything's labeled clearly for you, which paper goes where. So just, and you can you can pretty much figure it out. It's not tough or anything for you to figure out, because they only kind of really fit in one place anyways. So once I have just a little bit of Distress ink around everything, I will be back. Okay, so I've distressed all my edges. So for filming purposes, I'm going to go ahead and just use, or actually, I don't know what I'm going to use. But, so I'm going to take my paper, and I'm going to line it up and put it where it goes. So this one is going to go right here. It's going to go right here, and I'm just going to kind of center it. This one is going to go right in here. And again, I'm just going to kind of line it up and center it. And then this one is going to go right here. Okay? So, looking good. And it's up to you if you want to, you can always alter it and make this a pocket if you want. There's a bunch of different choices, but this is just showing you exactly how I did mine. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these on, and then I will be back. Okay, so I've done this one envelope so far. And so as you can see, it's all covered and done, and it's gonna be, this is the hinge right here, so I don't need to do anything with that. But as you can see, it's all done. So now all I have to do is move on and do the same exact process for number 2. And number 2 is right here. So what I'm gonna do is I got C2, B2, and A2. Okay, so I'm gonna take this piece of paper and I'm going to cut it out of scrapbooking paper, and I'm gonna put it on there. And there's no paper that goes inside here, so don't worry about that, and don't worry about the flap either right now. Okay, and then I'm gonna, once I got this cut out of scrap paper and I got all my edges, I'm gonna definitely get all my edges distressed. Don't worry about the flap because that's just gonna be the hinge. So just distress, 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 distress. And then on the back, I'm going to take my C2 and B2. I'm going to cut those out of paper. I think I'm going to use all this paper on this one. And I'm going to, once I got those cut out and I got them all distressed, then I'm going to attach C2. And I'm only going to glue down the 3 sides because it's going to be a pocket right here. And then the B2. And again, I'm going to only glue down 3 sides because it's the pocket, okay? So then once I have that done, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a little bit of glue down each side. And I'm going to glue this envelope so it's shut. And I can also cut off the top of this envelope to make the hinge not as big. Or you can leave it as big as it is. Just leave it for now if you want. So that's what I'm going to do with that one. And then with number 3, I'm going to again cut out this out of some scrapbooking paper, and I'm going to distress around all my edges, and I'm going to leave the flap alone. Cut out of scrapbooking paper, distress around all my edges, fold it in half, distress down the middle, and then I'm going to place it on here, and again I'm just going to go glue down the middle, do the 3 sides. Okay, and then on the front we're using this same template, so I'm going to cut this out of scrapbooking paper, and again I'm going to distress all my edges, and then I'm going to put my piece down here as well. So that's what I do for those 2 envelopes. Okay, and then it's just the same thing. So number 4, is I need to, so F4 goes right on here and right on here, so I need to cut this 2 times. So I need to make 2 of these, one for this one and one for that one. You can decide whatever paper you're going to use. And then when I open it up, okay, so C and D4, so I need to cut this one that goes right here. I need to cut 4 of these, so I need to decide what paper I'm using for each one. And then again, I'm going to distress all my edges, place them down, and so I need to cut 4 of those. And then E4, oh, I gotta find my, I need 4 of those as well because those are gonna go right in here, right like that. And then my A4, I need to find that. I don't know where it's somewhere around here. I gotta find that, but again, it covers everything just like the other flaps. So again, that's what I'm doing. And then my G4, that actually goes right here, so it goes on this one, and then I glue on the 3 sides, and then it goes just like right like this. Oops. Right like that. So there's a pocket right there, but we can get further into that. And again, so that's all we're doing, and you got it. It's nothing different. All of the envelopes are put together the same way, and you're pretty much all set to go. So just do that, and then we will be back for video part 2. Okay, so cover all your envelopes just like we did the first one, and then we'll be back for part 2. I hope this upload's good, and you ladies get it. If you have any issues or any questions at all, please contact me on Facebook or in the comments. Facebook preferably. I am Miller Sierra, and yes, I hope you all have a lovely day, and I will talk to you all on the next part 2. Hugs and love. Bye.